Hi gorgeous, it's Ker-leen. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. In today's video, I will be sharing a few fragrance combos that I tried out recently and really enjoyed. I've been trying to explore and spend some time with some of the newer fragrances in my Arabian perfume collection. So whenever I find amazing fragrance combos, I love to do these kinds of videos to share them with you also. If you're interested in these combos, then please keep watching. Hey friend, welcome back. Super excited that you're here and we are going to jump right in. Really quickly, I wanted to also acknowledge any new viewers. Thank you so much for clicking on that thumbnail. On this channel, I talk luxury, I do review videos, I share my fragrance journey, and I also sprinkle in lifestyle here and there. So if any of those things sound good to you, then I would love to have you here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when my videos drop. All right, let's get into it. The first fragrance combo I have here consists of a fragrance pair that came out at the same time. This is Paris Corner's newest Minya line of fragrances, and I have here Minya and Minya Coco Lush. So I put these two fragrances together and they were absolutely amazing. I have talked about Minya already. I will link a video where I went into some more detail about how this fragrance smells. But this one is definitely creamy. It's a little nutty. It's very sweet. It's overall a very fun, vibrant fragrance, and it smells similar to Sol de Janeiro's Cheirosa 62, except this one is much more smooth around the edges. It's a little bit more fluffy, less salty, less pistachio focused and more almond focused in my opinion. So this one is creamier, sweeter, a little smoother around the edges, a little easier to wear as well in my opinion, but still gives that like beachy sort of vibe. And then we have Minya Coco Lush, and this one is a much more fun, vibrant, and uplifting fragrance. Even more so than Minya. I feel like Minya is a little less playful. This one is super girly, super playful. In fact, it's a dupe of Ariana Grande's Thank You Next fragrance. That fragrance opens up fruity. There's a coconut in that fragrance, which also gives it like this subtly tropical vibe. And then the base of this fragrance has that sweet macaron note, and this is also musky. And together, these two fragrances smelled amazing. I don't know, maybe it's because of the salted caramel, sort of that sweet, slightly nuttiness in Minya, that in my opinion paired really nicely with the fruity and creamy coconut in Minya Coco Lush. Minya Coco Lush also has this edible component as well, that macaron. So I think it's all of the edible components that sort of meshed really nicely together. So you have some nuts, you have salted caramel, you have a creamy macaron. So this is a very savory, delicious, yet still uplifting fragrance combination. I feel like these two pair so nicely together. Oh, this is such a treat. These two fragrances together is the most delicious fragrance combination. I'm getting the nuttiness, the coconut. It just smells very refreshing, yet very sweet and slightly nutty. And as this fragrance combo starts to dry down, those creamy, more dense elements start to come through. But this combo still stays extremely fun and fresh and uplifting and playful. It is delicious and delightful all at the same time. A mood boosting sort of gourmand fragrance combination. I love these two together. They came out at the same time, and honestly, I feel like they work well together. They probably work best together than separately because of just how good this combo is smelling to me. Yeah. This combo is smelling so good. So yes, y'all, if you have these two, try them together if you haven't already, because if you're like me, you've probably paired them together already. But if you haven't and you have the two, definitely try them together. So again, the first fragrance combo consists of Minya and Minya Coco Lush by Paris Corner. The next fragrance combo consists of two super duper delicious fragrances that are amazing on their own, but when paired together are extremely satisfying. So the first one is Sweet Heaven, and Sweet Heaven is by Gulf Orchid. And the second fragrance is Tiramisu Speculoos. We have talked about Sweet Heaven on the channel here in detail. I've shared with you what it smells like. I've shared with you what I think about it. So please reference the video where I talked all about this fragrance. There will be a card somewhere on the screen. I would say it's inspired by Ker-leen's Angel Share. So I think this is a nice dupe, but this is definitely sweeter. It feels a little less dry. It feels a little bit more feminine, a little bit more approachable than a fragrance like Angel Share. Also, although there is like this boozy sensation with this one, there is no boozy note in this fragrance. I think this is a really nice one if you like the scent of Angel Share, but it was just a little bit too unisex or masculine leaning for you. Maybe it's a little too dry, maybe it's a little too woody. I think this one is a really nice inspiration because it removes some of those other elements, and this one is much more approachable in my opinion. What I love about Sweet Heaven is it opens up with a hazelnut, so I love that nuttiness in the opening. There's also a cocoa note in this fragrance. There's cashmere and myrrh, and I feel like that myrrh really adds to the deepness and the sort of boozy-like feel that you get from this fragrance. So again, this fragrance does not have a boozy note, but I definitely think the boozy sensation I'm getting from this one is due to the myrrh, or maybe the amber, or maybe the combination of the myrrh and the amber at the mid. And then you have tonka, vanilla, and sandalwood, all of which are extremely creamy, sweet, and just delicious notes. And then we have Tiramisu Speculoos, which is an absolutely decadent dessert-like fragrance. This is a gourmand through and through. And this one also has a spice in the opening. So this one has cinnamon. This one also has a very creamy and vanillic and sweet middle notes. This also has cocoa, so both fragrances do have a cocoa note. And both fragrances also have a musk on the dry down. So I think these two pair extremely well together because of how delicious and decadent they are. Again, they both have a spice in the opening. They both have cocoa. They both have vanilla. They're very creamy, very decadent, very sweet. And again, they just are a treat. These two, y'all, are the most delicious yet bold fragrance combination, perfect for fall and winter for sure. Oh my goodness, y'all, this one right here, this smells so delicious. But I love that spice and that myrrh and that amber from Sweet Heaven. I feel like that really shines. Yeah, so Sweet Heaven is definitely the most prominent fragrance in this combination. And what Tiramisu Speculoos does is it kind of acts as like this fluffy and dense and creamy foundation. So all of those elements are still there, but what is shining is the spice and that deep resinous feel from the myrrh and the amber in Sweet Heaven. These two work so well together. It smells extremely delicious, but still kind of means business. It feels very grown up, very elevated because of Sweet Heaven. This combo is one that I can see anyone wearing, and you can also wear it in a variety of different settings because it still smells very grown up. This is a grown and sexy fragrance combination that's still giving all the delicious and edible feels. This is extremely gourmand, so I love this combination. So if you do have Angel Share and you also picked up Tiramisu Speculoos recently, try layering this on top of your Angel Share, especially if you felt like Angel Share was a little too woody, a little too dry, a little too serious. This is going to add this element of like a cozy, warm, inviting feel because of how sweet and delicious and dense and creamy this fragrance is. I'm so curious to know how these combos work out for you. Also, if you try any of these combos, let me know what you think, but this is a treat that you deserve. This is Sweet Heaven by Gulf Orchid and Tiramisu Speculoos Corner. The next fragrance combo consists of a fragrance I've raved about a lot recently on the channel, and also one that is fairly new to my collection. I learned recently that both of these fragrances are Gulf Orchid fragrances, and they are under the Maison Asrar line. And this one is Fakhama by Gulf Orchid under the Maison Asrar line. When I first opened up this fragrance and grabbed this bottle and held it in my hand, it felt like I was holding a bottle of elixir meant to be worn by royalty. Those are the vibes of this bottle. It's so beautiful. It was definitely very different for me, but I'm liking the bottle. I'm liking the bottle. So let's talk about the fragrance. So this fragrance is a dupe of Ker-leen's Love Don't Be Shy. It does not have the exact same notes, but somehow this fragrance smells almost exactly like Love Don't Be Shy. So this one opens up with an orange flower, and it also opens up with a gourmand accord. So very different from the opening of Love Don't Be Shy. This one also has more white flowers and vanilla at the mid, whereas in Love Don't Be Shy, you get that vanilla at the base. So the note list for this one is a lot smaller than Love Don't Be Shy, but somehow this fragrance smells almost exactly like it. Before we jump into the fragrance combo, I will say this fragrance is an amazing performer. This is fairly new to my collection, and it projects at more than an arm's length for several hours. This is also very long lasting, and I was complimented one of the first times I wore this fragrance. I didn't even think it was projecting like that, and I got a compliment when I was at the dentist. I was in the room with the scheduler after I saw the dentist, and she said, "What perfume are you wearing? It smells so good." So I went ahead and showed her the perfume. So it was really helpful to me to know that this was projecting that much, and also that it was enjoyable to those who were smelling it. This one is new to my collection, but it's not a new fragrance. It actually came out in 2022. So I'll be playing around with it some more and definitely be back to share more of my experience with this one with you all. So this was the first fragrance in today's combo. And the second fragrance in this combo was Soirée, also under the Maison Asrar line, and another Gulf Orchid fragrance. As you all know, this is a new favorite of mine. I've been enjoying this so much. I love this one so much that this one has become sort of a grab and go sort of fragrance for me. I've been reaching for it a lot now whenever I'm headed out somewhere and I'm not sure what to wear. So it's become an easy reach vanilla fragrance. It's perfect for warmer climates where it's not quite cold yet, but I can also see this being perfectly cozy and warm on those really chilly days. And I decided to pair these two together for no particular reason. I just had an epiphany and I sprayed them on together, and it was love at first sniff. This combo, y'all, was so delicious, but also very pretty. This combo gives princess vibes. It's a super girly combo, and it's one that projects, it lasts, and it's a compliment getting combination. This absolutely blew me away. This is going to be one of my go-to fragrance combos. Oh my goodness. So overall, these two fragrances together is like a fluffy marshmallow and vanilla concoction that has some florals in the backdrop, very sticky sweet yet very soft and feminine feeling. The orange blossom and the purple flower that's in Soirée are the perfect pair when it comes to florals. Oh my goodness, this combo smells so expensive. There are white florals present in both fragrances, but there's also this purple flower present in Soirée, which kind of gives like a soft powdery feel, but not in a fresh way. It's more like in an uplifting and soft way, if that makes any sense. So although this pairing is extremely gourmand, the lavender and the heliotrope in Soirée keeps this feeling very soft and very bright. And there are also white flowers in both fragrances. So the florals in these fragrances complement each other very well. That gourmand accord in Fakhama pairs perfectly with all of those sweet, sticky, and vanillic notes in Soirée. So I love this pairing. It's so fluffy and sweet and creamy. It's an amazing combo. So the gourmand accord in Fakhama and the sweet and sticky notes at the top of Soirée pair so perfectly together. Then both fragrances have gorgeous white florals, especially that orange blossom. It really shines in this combo. And then the woody notes that are at the base of Soirée are also coming through as this begins to dry down. This combo is perfection. I love it. Yes, so I'm headed out after this, and this is going to be my fragrance combo of the day. It is so feminine, so girly, princess vibes, but also very sweet and cozy and almost feels like a hug. Well, that's what I feel like with Soirée, but pairing it with Fakhama with its marshmallow feel is just amazing. I love this combo together. Yes. So if you want to smell like a sweet princess, try Fakhama and Soirée, both under the Maison Asrar line for Gulf Orchid. All right, my beauties, thank you so much for still being here, watching through all the way until the end. If you enjoyed this video or if you found it helpful, don't forget to give it a like on your way out because that really helps my channel continue to grow and reach other fragrance lovers like ourselves. And if you love fragrance content, I make quite a bit of it on this channel, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also turn on your notifications so you're notified whenever I post a video. So before we part ways today, one of the things I was reflecting on recently is how we spend so much of our lives trying to fit into these nice tidy boxes to meet the expectations of others around us, to match up with the status quo, and we waste a lot of precious time that we could be spending really unearthing and discovering and uncovering our gifts, our talents. And I asked myself the question, what would it look like if I had spent all this time really learning who God created me to be instead of spending that time trying to fit in and trying to meet other people's expectations, trying to fit into these boxes or under these titles. And I gained a lot of perspective for my own journey as I continue self-improvement and growing in all aspects. But I also got a lot of perspective as a mom and in how I want to raise my kids. And I wanted to encourage you to living your life, to living our lives in such a way that we are constantly seeking to live at our maximum potential, to uncover our gifts, uncover our talents, uncover the things that we're supposed to be doing. And if we can begin to be so busy working on self-improvement, really maximizing our gifts and our talents to bless those around us, I feel like our lives would be much more fulfilled. I feel like we would be in a better headspace every day, because every day when we wake up, we're thinking about our purpose and what we're here to do and what amazing things that God's going to use us to accomplish that day. And that amazing thing can be giving someone a listening ear that day, smiling, asking them how they're doing, really hearing their story. And it can also be something like landing a major deal that day. Every day then becomes this sort of adventure when we begin to think of, how am I going to be used today? What gifts and talents will God reveal to me today that I can use to bless others and make the world around me better? So that perspective change is everything. It shifts the focus from the negative to the positive and to give us fulfillment and deep-rooted joy. I hope that that helps you the way it helped me. Per usual, I will be over here reflecting on the same. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye!